Hot sex, how does that work? Hi guys, and welcome to the Cantina. It's Mook here, and Chemist as usual.
Yeah, hey everybody.
Right, we're here again to talk about, well, we can't talk about the forum update because the forum's down, so we've got some information, other information that's been beta leaked and stuff that the devs have actually released. First things first though, we're just going to talk about future shows. We're going to try and release one more a week, and it's going to be lore about the era and time, so like about the significant figures in that current time period, why they sacked Coruscant, and all that kind of stuff.
Just trying to get everybody up to speed on Old Republic lore, since it's new for a lot of people. You've only seen the prequels and the sequels, and you just kind of want to get up to date. And who is this guy, Revan? Who is the Emperor? Well, nobody knows who the Emperor is, but we'll give you some hints.
It's
and so
me.
on and so forth. No, it's a mother. But no, on top of the new show that we wanted to do, we also want to talk about a competition we're going to be holding in one of the future episodes. Most likely episode 10, just to make things nice and round. We're going to try and release a copy of Star Wars: The Old Republic Standard Edition from Origin for one lucky winner. Details of the contest and how it's exactly
Origin.
going to work.
No. I'll buy it off Amazon and I'll pay for the shipping to somebody. I'm not going to force somebody to use Origin. I'm sorry.
Everybody, you have to use Origin for the game.
You
regardless.
don't!
Yes, you do.
Don't.
Yes, you do. You're supposed to
Anyway,
believe it.
you don't have to use Origin.
No, you don't, but I just like you to make you believe it because it's going to make you really mad. Anyways, guys, we have a little bit of info from our own guild. Since we do represent OrbitGuild, we just want to drop a quick line. We've started up a PvE department, and you're going to see more information on our recruitment threads and such. And if some of you just want to play the game, the PvE, we're now more than just a PvP guild. We do PvE on the side, so look us up on the forum.
We'll have a website up with more information within
Indeed.
the next... Also, thanks everyone. We've got 10,000 views. I know that's nothing on YouTube, but for us that's quite a milestone.
Yes, it was nothing what we expected, and we're really happy.
On with the show.
On with the show, indeed.
Well, first things first, which you trolled. Well, it's been about for a few days now.
It's been about for a few days. No, but an interesting change is that we rumored that they were going to do a thing that when you reach a certain point in Darkside, it's going to change the way your skin looks and like
No, like that.
Right, exactly. Well, it won't change your voice; it'll just make you look slightly.
No, but that's what happens to Palpatine. He gets all rage with the dark side and looks like a wrinkly old biddy.
Wrinkly old biddy? You mean like your grandmother?
In film number 3, if you're going in chronological order, he looks like my gran. Anyway, yeah, you were saying. Sorry.
It looks like your gran. Right. Anyway, basically what's going to happen is you're going to reach a certain point in Darkside points from your conversation decisions, from diplomacy and whatnot. That's a profession. We'll cover that at a later date. You're going to reach a certain point, and you're going to have an option in your settings to let that be reflected on your character. So the further down the dark side you go, the more deformed your flesh is going to be, the more scaled it's going to be. And if you want to look up Darth Sion, that's spelled S-I-O-N, and you'll get an example of someone who's been far down the dark side, what they're going to look like. So they're going to give us that option to kind of get a different look, and that's a really cool feature.
Is this going to affect the actual gameplay, or is it purely just looks?
It is purely looks. They've promised it's not gameplay, but we don't know if we can really trust that, and we'll have more info further down the show on that, why it is we need to be wary of BioWare developers.
Ooh, you nasty BioWare.
Indeed. You nasty.
I was just wondering, because it seems like a really strange thing to have that in. I know you can switch it on and off, but it seems like, I don't know, they
Maybe
won't do. No, it's not that they won't do it. Well, I'm not saying they won't because we don't know, but they haven't said they're doing appearance tabs yet. They'll do it so you can change whether you look like a wrinkly old biddy or not. It seems a bit of a strange, or yellow eyes or not, depending on obviously how far you go, because it's certain uses of the Force anyway. That seems like a strange step to take when you're not willing to allow people to customize their ships or customize their clothes, unless these are going to be future updates.
Yeah, perhaps it's another take. You know, maybe they've given in to the pressure from the community saying, well, we want to be able to look different. This is Star Wars, that's important. Maybe they finally budged. We don't know. As soon as we know, we promise we'll let you know. You're going to see us taking a lot more aggressive take on information in general now as we're getting closer to the point. Beta leaks are going to be included in the show.
As long as it isn't us leaking it.
We're not the ones leaking it. We're just reporting it.
Not our fault.
Exactly. We're here to report the news. We got a lot of competition out there. If we want to show, you want your information, you come to us. Yes.
And we also give out free copies of the game in future.
Indeed, few free copies of the game. Don't forget, guys.
So possibly a No, I'm not going to say it because I won't do that. It's just not going to happen.
Nope. Anyways, another thing, interesting thing, which is probably going to be the hot topic of this week's episode, well, not this week's, one of this week's episodes, is racials. We now have confirmed racials for the game. Now,
by the way, that means you can be black or white.
That means you can be black or white. It
Oh, you
doesn't
said
matter
racial,
if you're
not
black or
racist.
white.
Oh, sorry.
What? Anyway, the racials are as following. They said, Gerg Solo went on the forums and said that they were purely going to be cosmetic. So what we know is each race is going to have something cosmetic that makes them look different. Maybe they can summon something, maybe they can change their appearance, or maybe they can strip really fast as a Twi'lek. Who knows?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I know it's going to say, you dirty bastard.
Arse gyrate.
It sucks. I can't be a Twi'lek female Sith warrior. It hurts. It's absolutely hurt. BioWare, please change that. Darth Talon, anyone? Anyway, what we know is that they wanted to have a cosmetic use, just a purely appearance thing, nothing special, nothing to separate. And they literally said, and I quote, "We don't want the racials to impede your choice in race." Now, either it means that what I saw, what I'm about to tell you in a few seconds, is something that happened before, or they're bullshitting. I'm gonna put my money on bullshitting. This is not my first MMO. This is my 67th. And
there hasn't been that many MMOs.
Oh, of course not. There's only been a couple of thousand. But
you've not been playing MUDs, have you?
Huh?
MUDs, you know, little text-based.
No, I don't play them. They don't count. Really, they don't count. It's trailer trash MMOs. But anyway, back on track.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to follow my instinct in saying that they were bullshitting. Either they didn't want it to let us know, or they wanted to put it through testing before they let it out, and be sure that it didn't really change anything. But what I saw on a Beta League website, and I can't link to it because that will be breaking the rules. What I can tell you is that they did have stat increases. A best example is 3% bonus to presence on a human. Now, most of you won't know what presence mean. Presence is an attribute that affects healing.
Oh, I want to take this one.
Okay, go on.
If you're good at Christmas, Santa comes down your chimney and puts them under a Christmas tree. Am I right? You said presents, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Better got that cleaned up.
Presents. You are a retard, sir.
I'm in one of those moods.
You're in one of those moods. He just got laid. Don't mind him. Anyway, but this is a big... some might say, well, it's just 3% presence. I feel that it's a -10 to take that. If you really want to be the best healer that you can possibly be, you want to go and get that. Ratataki is going to get a crit chance bonus. Some other races are going to get a Heartstone reduced cooldown. Just generally combat influential stats that I don't think should be there in the first place.
This has never been a problem in other games, because I would say, how many games you've played with your 70,000 MMOs you've played?
Did I click races based on racials?
Yes.
Every single one of them that had a racial. How many of you that played, when you played Horde PvP, didn't go on Orc or Undead because they had the better racials? How many of you did not pick races purely on their racials? Everybody does it because you want as much stat attribution as you can, and even in WoW, they give you combat stats.
I played Undead because I like anorexic chicks, and I don't really beat someone who's just like, that.
Yeah, cannibalizes and Will of the Forsaken is totally fair. Not overpowered.
I think as long as they're not, I think they should be stats, not abilities, because at the end of the day, say you get something that adds 4 points to, like you say, presence or whatever.
Right.
What do you say, 3%? Is that 3% of your
3% flat of everything you have.
Oh, okay, that does make quite a difference.
That makes a huge difference. You get your armor on top of that.
So I was going to say, you could stack stats to complement not complement, but say you want to go a certain class, and you didn't want presence, you could stack other stats to far outweigh it, but I suppose you would want to go that if you're a healer.
Exactly. Now, we have confirmed footage. This is not just something we've heard. I have seen footage in-game of these stats being affected in character creation. Now, this might just be a temporary build. This might be something they're fooling around with, or maybe the build happened before the Gerg Solo went out on a forum saying, well, we don't want this. All of them are possible. I'm just going to say I'm guessing that he's lying. Why? Because developers tend to lie. Sometimes they're misinformed. He's just community representative. He might not be properly informed because they don't even play the game. They spend all their time banning people on the forum and answering forum posts from stupid retards asking when the release date is when it's already been released.
When's the release date?
I don't know. February? Yeah,
February. I do know, for all you European biatches out there like me and Chemist, it got shifted to the 20th.
Yeah,
Fuck you, America. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, I like Americans. We've got plenty in our guild. So.
Yeah, we do. We love
But it is nice that they actually, for once, done a
global launch.
Yeah, a global launch. Trying to stop it for whatever reason, because they love interfering.
Yeah, they really do.
So,
What? Are you confused? You don't.
Yeah,
be
oh yeah,
confused.
yeah. Someone's writing to me on Skype. Chemist.
Yes.
It's about 7 to 8 minutes, I would say.
Oh, really? You weren't supposed to say that out loud. You see, we're trying to subtly communicate behind lines so nobody knows anything, and he just says it out loud. You see, that's why our show is different.
This is what we're going to be like in PvP. We're going to be
This is
trying
what-
to subtly work behind lines, and then
Yep.
just basically you have me wandering around with
This
glow
is also
sticks
how we're gonna meet.
Disco.
This is exactly how we're gonna be at the first Star Wars: The Old Republic meet and greet. We're gonna be working the behinds of your girlfriends and then snatch them off.
Whoa. No, I don't roll like that.
You
I'm
don't?
afraid. No, I like men.
Well,
Don't-
you know what? I'm sure Daniel Erickson would love to have a go at. Like, he has totally a gay voice. Like, he seems like totally charming and stuff. No, dude, if you're listening to this show, we love you. You're an awesome guy. We just
Anyway, that really does cover everything
most
we
of the
want to talk
subjects.
about this
We
week.
wanted to give you guys more information, but we really couldn't because forums being down. We can't really gather the information we needed, and the entire network where I live was out for full 24 hours. That kind of impeded us. But just to quickly summarize, remember, guys, tell your friends, tell everybody you know, tell your guildmates. We're having a competition. We're going to give away a free copy of the game, so make sure everybody knows. And as always, guys, subscribe, click the like button. Make sure to tell everybody about us. The more we know, the more subs we get. If we get a YouTube partnership, we're going to share all that cash from competitions with you guys.
Yeah, we'll put it all back into competitions for gear, for free game accounts, just stuff like that. So, and feel free to drop us a comment on what you think, and you want anything in the future shows, or you want anything specific covered in the lore show. Because
Yeah.
to be honest, Chemist will probably be setting that up because he
Yeah.
knows more than I do. Apart from about Darth Bane. Yes.
It was sarcasm.
Anyway,
God.
visit OrbitGuild.com. We will have a website up this week, so feel free to come on there, and we should have a live chat on there somewhere. I'm hoping
Yeah, we're going to see if we can do
that you
something
can
like
leave
that.
you can leave just shitty comments there as well as the videos. But anyway, we will speak to you guys again. That should be Saturday after the Friday update.
Yeah, take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.